I have a problem to pinpoint a country which did agree. I don't think there was any that agreed for this one fund, for the single fund, to finance the cohesion policy and agriculture policy in other areas. We know that the financial needs will increase. We have to pay back funds for the recovery from the recovery fund. But pretty much, perhaps somebody didn't take the floor, but I didn't notice that there was anyone who supported this single fund. Agricultural policy supports all the consumers. Common agricultural policy, where we have all sorts of problems. There are not enough young farmers, not enough generational exchange, people willing to stay in the farms and take over farms. So we have to answer ourselves the question, should we become dependent on imports from outside of the EU, or as far as the basic area is concerned, then we have to assure food security. And this is precisely the objective of the common agricultural policy, which is decades old. So there was a very clear position for the good of the ministers, for the good of the consumers and the EU.
The point might have been public, so you can probably follow this online. You can rewatch it, so then you'll see how the debate went. Next time we'll make sure we have Commissioner Hansen, because it seemed like there was a lot of trade questions, which actually are for the Commission since they are in the lead. Thank you, Minister, so much. There is no Polish word of the day. You remember we always do a Polish word of the day. Today there's no Polish word of the day, but a small Polish tradition, because for some of you that do not know, 26th of May is Mother's Day in Poland. So wszystkiego najlepszego wszystkim mamom.
So everything best to all the best to all the moms.
Tak, przekazujemy najlepsze życzenia.
Yes, absolutely, all the best to all the mothers. But let me also say at the end that 2 weeks ago we had a big event in Poland, the European Congress of the recovery and reconstruction of rural areas, where we talked about the vision for the rural areas. There was a vision of agriculture presented by the minister. Many people were present, the Commissioner Hansa, Commissioner Serafin were present, the former presidents of Poland were present, and we talked about the challenges for the villages, for the rural areas, how we imagine the future of the rural areas, digitalized, modern, with good access to services of high quality. And there are still areas in my country, still 40% of the population live in the rural areas, but only 10% work in the agriculture. The rural areas are a beautiful place to live, and we want to have good funds and good policies such as cohesion policy, and we want them to finance and support the development of the rural areas. So it's a vision of the rural areas, of the villages, who are open and modern, but who do not forget the tradition, in order to maintain this cultural diversity, local communities. That also includes supporting and preserving biodiversity. So there was a beautiful event, a great congress that we want to talk about during the council meeting at the end of June. We want to continue that discussion. In Luxembourg, we have an informal Minister of Agriculture Council in Poland before that. So, well, we're almost at the finish, which will be the end of a good presidency.
Have a lovely rest of the evening, and thank you so much for staying with us so late. Dziękujemy, panie ministrze.
Bardzo Państwu dziękuję.